Hey, good morning. Hope everybody's having a fantastic week. We wanted to hop on today. After our team call yesterday, we were talking about content and content ideas and how sometimes it can be very easy to get stuck and wondering, what do I put up next? How can I be valuable? How can I share my business? How can I share my product and keep being valuable? So if this is your first time tuning in with us, I'm Mike.
I'm Carla.
With Mike and Carla.ca and Rise Marketing Academy, and we help people build their business using the power of social media and actual marketing skills. Drop us a line. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Love connecting with everybody in the community. Even if it's on the replay, drop us a hashtag replay. We will circle back and give you a shout out. So content is very important. We need to keep ourselves and our business, our product, our service in front of people, but sometimes it can get easy to get stumped up, especially when you're new.
Yes, right? Exactly. And, the other thing is there's a lot of noise out there on social media, right? So you really got to think through this content thing, because when you think about it, you can also create your own noise if you're kind of posting irrelevant garbage content, right? Yep. So if your content's not entertaining, educational, or inspiring, and it doesn't really make sense, and people are going to be like, huh? And they're just going to hear noise and like Charlie Brown's teacher, wah, 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 and not engage, right? Yeah. So really the biggest thing, and we'll share 3 tips for creating content, but is to make sure that you put that effort into your content too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So that's a soapbox on content itself, but
content. what we found and what we've learned from our team is we have a roadmap. We have a 7-day launch plan that leads into a 30-day roadmap, and a lot of our content for our people is hand fed to them at first. But this can also be a bit of a hindrance, because once the hand feeding stops, sometimes people get stuck. So drop us a 2 if you've ever been there, where, when you have content that's being kind of fed to you, it's really easy, you're confident, you know exactly what you're going to do, you have this roadmap, but then it comes to, okay, now it's time for me to come up with my own content. How can I stand out? How can I separate myself from everybody else and provide that value that I need to attract the people that are going to ask for more information, right? So the first thing you can do, and this one's easy, and it's very obvious, but some people get held up on this because they think it has to be some big audacious win, some big aha moment, some big shocker, right? But sharing your own experience, regardless of how big or small that experience is, that change, that influence, whatever it is, that is sharing what you're learning, sharing what you're experiencing. And it doesn't have to be a big win, like I said.
Exactly. Okay, so the next thing you can, sorry.
And sorry.
Just got one more point, so we're not going to leave it.
This could be both business wins and product wins. So at some point, as we're building our business, sharing product and our experience with product is very important. That's going to attract people to us, but we're also building a business. We're looking for business partners, right? So sharing those little business wins is something that's going to have you stand out too. And those people that are looking for that opportunity to be like, hey, well, okay, Billy's winning here. Like, I want to win like Billy's winning, right?
Exactly. So the next thing is to take a look at other people's examples, right? So, I do this all the time. I go through and it's like, snooping Saturday. So Saturday morning, I snoop around and see what other people are doing. And I say, okay, I have an hour of snooping. And I just go into my swipe folder and I just say, okay, swipe for this idea, swipe this content for this, because think of when you read something, what makes you read that?
Now, Carla said something there, a swipe file. Drop us a 1 if you have a swipe file. Drop us a 3 if you're like, what the heck is a swipe file?
Yeah, it's pretty cool because you can do it on Facebook, right? There's a folder where you can create categories, and you can click on the 3 little dots, click save, and then put it where you want it. And then you come back and you take that and you use that as inspiration to create something similar.
So now you've got this file where, if you're coming in, you got to put a post up, you're like, oh, I'm stumped. I'm having writer's block today. You can go to your swipe file and reignite those ideas. So use your team, your upline, your sideline, use their experiences, use what they're sharing to put into your own words even. And this will help you spark content ideas. help you get used to creating content and seeing what other people are doing. Especially like look at your upline, people that are having success in their business. Look at the content that they're creating, and how does that inspire you? How can you use their ideas to put into your own words to connect to your people? And that can be a really good way to get the gears turning until you get so used to doing that it becomes second nature. Content will become second nature. All of a sudden you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, there's content everywhere. I can make a story and a connection out of almost anything and share it in a relatable way. So this is the greatest quote that we heard on our team call yesterday. And this comes from Chris and Susan Beasley, some amazing marketers. And in this business, you are in business for yourself, but not in business by yourself, right? So take advantage of not being by yourself. Leverage your team's content, leverage your team's ideas, and help it spark your own. Now, remember, you want to be putting this into your own words. You're not just swiping their content.
No, don't do that.
But use it as inspiration.
Exactly. Okay. So the other thing you can do is read books related to your product or service and share value based on that, right? So it's kind of, put that book up in your story and talk about the 3 things that you learned from it. Just do a quick live on it. Like, hey, I just want everybody to know this book was really helpful to me. Here's my 3 biggest takeaways. Have you read it yet? Like, I suggest you go and grab it, right?
Yeah. And you can use stories very well to share this type of information, because you can ask a question, share some information, create a poll, get people conversation. As soon as you create a poll and people answer you in the story, that takes them directly into your messenger. Now you have a lead. They've actually raised their hand and said, hey, this is interesting to me. I'm going to answer this. I'm going to reply to this. And now it directly goes to Messenger. So you have a conversation started. It opens the door to be like, hey, I'm curious. What makes you feel like this? What makes you say that, right? Get a conversation sparked. So also using, a third-party book validation from a third-party resource that's talking about the benefits of what you're doing, your products and or service, what they serve, but it's coming from another valued source, is just providing education and value to your people, right? So guys, those are 3 ideas on how to create content, how to keep the content ideas going and keep your business moving forward. Really simple, really easy to get into play. But if you do this on a regular basis, you're going to find that content starts to come naturally to you and you're not going to have to work so hard to create it. So hopefully this was valuable to you. Drop us some love, share it with your team. Bring your people over to Rise Marketing. Bless you.
I can hold it in.
Invite your people over to Rise Marketing Academy, and we want to share this with everybody. We want to raise the water so all the boats rise. Let's do this together. Have a fantastic week. We'll be back again Friday. Take care.